Hi guys, welcome to today's session. In this session, we are going to talk about Python inheritance. Inheritance is the capability of one class to derive or inherit the properties from another class. This is called inheritance in Python. Let's talk about the benefit of inheritance. It represents the real world relationship as well as and it provides the reusability of code. So we do not need to have to write the same code again and again. And it is transitive in nature, which means if class B inherit from the class A, then all the subclasses of B would automatically inherit from the class A. So let's take an example here, and that declares the base class and the body of the class, and if that be inherited, so this is called the derived class, and the base class will be passed inside the parenthesis of the derived class and the body of the derived class here. So this is called the inheritance. So that means the parent class that inherit to the child class. So in the child class, all the properties and all the method would be derived from the base class, or this is called also a parent class. Alright. For example, so this is called my base class, or this is called as in parent class. So here what I did, I create an constructor. So in the last session we discussed the constructor in Python. So this is the constructor and pass the name and ID as parameter. So again I initialize the name and ID inside the constructor. Then I create a method which is display and calling the self.name and self.id inside this method. So what I did, so in here that EMP, that means the shortcut is employee equal to person. Person is my this is my best class name, and the past Jamie is my name and ID is my 102. This is called as an object initialization. So here my object is my person. So this is employee is my variable, and this one is my object. This is, and what I'm doing is here that object initialization variable equal to object. So then this is my em- employee is my object here. So what I did, then calling the method. So I can call the method, so the method name then parenthesis. So you can call the method like this. So if I run this, it will give me the output that name and ID of that method, which is a display, which is the person name and ID. Alright. So as the same as well as here, that this is called our derived class. Alright. So this is the derived class. So that will be the in the derived class. I told you here the base class will be passed as a parenthesis of the derived class. So here the the base class is our person here, and that is passed here inside the parenthesis. So this is called our derived class or child class. So all the properties, all the methods should be inherited from the base class or parent class. So here I create a method which is called print method. Then I print the employee class called. Alright. And again I initialize the object which is the employee and then pass the that is inside that is name and ID. Alright. So here again I did that employee details, that is my variable here. So then I call the method, which is method is display, which is that inherit from this base class or parent class. So here I can call this. Then I can call this is my the print method, which is also in the child class. So that means I can call the method using this variable or this object name. So I can call both method, that is that is the base class method and also the child class method using using the derived class object, that is employee details. This is, so here I print, if I run this, it will give me the output of the first base class output, that is Jamie 102. and that is the print method output. That is employee class called. All right. So again, next topic is subclassing the calling constructor of parent class. So a child class needs to identify which class its parent class. This can be done by mentioning the parent class name in the definition of the child class. So let's see. So this is our called a parent class, and this is called our child class. So I build a constructor, I pass the name and ID is a parameter, and initialize the name and ID number using the set keyword. So again I create a method display and pass the and printing the self.name and self.id number. Again I create a child class which is my employee, create a constructor which is name and pass the attribute name, ID number, salary and post. So if I again initialize this attribute, that salary and post, then I can do is to calling the constructor of the parent class. So I can call this constructor of parent class using this. This is calling the constructor of parent class using this also. So I create a person dot init that is mean this is our parent class constructor, then pass the attribute which you pass inside this shared name and id number. All right. So again initialize the object, that is a equal to, that is employee which is our child class, then pass the attribute which is our Jesse is our name and id is equal 67890, and here the salary is 20,000 and the post is internship. All right. So here I can do add a display, means that display is our for parent class method. So if I done this, it will give me the output of Jesse. That means that in this method, that is called the name and id number. So id, so here the name is Jesse, and here that is id number equal to 67890. And let's talk about the type of inheritance. So there are five type of inheritance in Python. First is single type of inheritance, and multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. So I will later will discuss about the more details about the what is single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hybrid inheritance, hierarchical inheritance in the next session. So in this session, if you guys any doubt, then ask me in the comment section. Thanks for watching.